It will be derbies against Jose Mourinho then, so Lazio against Roma. Just a look at some of the managerial changes in the Serie A that we're already seeing. So many have already been made. As you know, Conte left his position at Inter. Lazio's Inzaghi came in, that's left it open for Maurizio Sarri to step in there. We just talked about Fonseca and Mourinho. That's the change there at Roma. So lots going on with managerial appointments in the Serie A. Lots of drama in Italy, as is always the case pretty much, but maybe a bit more than usual. Yeah, never to be missed is the Serie A. But Jules, I'd like to talk to you about Achraf Hakimi, because we do see Inter there. We obviously know that they've got to sell some of their players, and it looks as though Chelsea may be swooping in to take him out of the claws of PSG, who are hoping to get their hands on him.
Yeah, that's right. PSG were the first one really to start negotiating with Inter for Hakimi. We know that Inter have to sell. They are in that position where they need the money. They need the money to come on, and they have to sell certainly one big player. And it looks like it's Hakimi. They would like 80 million euros. I don't think they will get that much, but certainly around the 60 million. That's what PSG were keen to offer. Now it seems that Chelsea, who will be aggressive. We talked yesterday on the show about Erling Haaland. I think Hakimi is also part of this very aggressive summer that Chelsea could have, with quite big spending too. And I was not convinced that they were looking for a player in that position, and especially for that amount of money, because I thought between Azpilicueta and Reece James, even Hudson-Odoi, who we saw playing at the right wing-back position, that they were covered. But I guess if you're Chelsea, you've got the money available, why not go to get Hakimi? He's certainly the best right wing-back in Europe right now. He certainly has improved a lot defensively with Conte at Inter this season, so it makes a lot of sense as well. If you're a club like Chelsea really looking for a player in that position, to go for Hakimi, then I think it could be down to money plus players maybe. And I think Chelsea have more assets that they can offer Inter, like Emerson, for example, that PSG really don't have in their squads.
Sid, you have to wonder what the thought is at the Bernabeu up at the top when numbers like this are being bandied around for Achraf Hakimi.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you're right, by the way, to frame it around the numbers almost more than around the player himself. Real Madrid obviously had Achraf as a player. They knew he was very talented. They let him go partly because, of course, the age difference with Dani Carvajal is not so big as to imagine that he would get an opportunity as a regular starter very quickly. But when they see these kind of amounts of money, they will be thinking, wow, there was an opportunity there for us to at least maintain perhaps part of his registration, to have some sort of kickback in future sales, or at least to have been in a position where we were the ones selling him instead. I must admit, I look at it and I think, given the way the market is, it still seems to me, to talk about 50, 60, 70 million euros for a fullback, however good he is, still seems very, very high indeed for me, in a market that in theory at least, maybe I'll be wrong, shouldn't have really, really big transfers going on this summer.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.